Are worm castings different? Let's talk about it. So enjoy the video! Well, hello. So are worm castings different? And what I have noticed since I've been a worm farmer is that worm castings are different when it comes to your worms. This is my red wiggler and blue worm mixed worm bin. And the castings compared to my Euros are a lot lighter. I think the Europeans are a lot darker. But we're going to look into the Euro bin in a minute and see if you notice any difference. But also when it comes to your castings as well is the fact that when you have your castings, do you notice a difference? Like say that you use horse manure, mango seeds, mango fruits, and whatever else you use. Does that make your worm castings better than mine if I use bananas, a little bit of orange pills, grit? So it's just something to think about because we both have the benefits of the food scraps, such as, you know, your potassiums, your irons, your zincs, coppers, whatever else is in fruits. So I'm thinking they can be different as well, but whose are better? This is something to think about. I'm gonna give them a little more food scraps in here. Sorry to kick you, but okay. Throw some food scraps right there, some bananas. But yeah, this is something to think about. I think castings are different, but they both have the great benefits. So I was just thinking about that. What's your opinion or comments or feedback? Do you think that they're different, but whose worm castings would be better than others if we both have our worms consume the food scraps? But this one's looking good. I'm going to not bother them for a while. And now it's time to look at my Euros. This is my European worm bin, one of them. But if you can see, the castings are, I think, a little bit lighter compared to the red wiggler castings. But that's what I have noticed. But they're fed on this side over here. Here goes the apple that's still in there. The worms are getting into it. And they're going to need some more bedding, which I'm going to give them a little more newspaper. Next time I'll give them a lot more cardboard. Here's something with a big old fat worm in there, a little, but yeah. Let me give them some paper, some food scraps. I'm just going to lay this out like this. Not shred it because the moisture will be absorbed in the paper. So there they go. Some banana peels, some orange skins, orange pills, and I'm gonna cover that one up and call this one good to go. So now it's time to look at my other worm bin with the Euros. All right, Euros. Let's see what's going on in this worm bin. There's a couple worms on the lid. Lots of castings. Lots and lots of castings. A couple on the side, a couple on my finger, which I got to get off there. Yeah, not a lot of bedding in here. But there's a lot of worms in here. Lots of worms. So let me give them some more food and bedding. I'm gonna add that right here. But they were given a lot of food previously. They were given carrots and all that stuff, and they went to town on the food scraps. So give them a little, some banana peels and some oranges, and pack your lunch right here. That there. Just throw on a whole sheet of newspaper. So don't start freaking out on me, viewer. It's okay. The worms will eat all this big paper. And the reason why you shred paper, a lot of us do, is because we want worm castings a lot faster. So with anything you feed your worms, if you cut it up or blend it up, it'll have more surface area and it will allow the worms to eat the food scraps a lot quicker. But it's alright to put big sheets of newspaper or whatever in there, as long as you have it damp or moist, it'll be good to go. Make sure there's none on my hand. Now it's time to look at my diversity and inclusion worm bin. The diversity and inclusion worm bin with red wigglers, blue worms, and European night crawlers. And this one will have a diversity and different worm castings. So there's a variety of worm castings in the bin. So that's one great benefit of having a diversity and inclusion worm bin. That's what makes the world go around. But yeah, a lot of worms over here eating the apples. And they say apples are a slow food, which it is, as you can see. But I'm going to move some paper over. And let these worms get back down to business on the food scraps. So let me cover that up, add a little bit more moisture to this bedding. So yeah, different worms produce different castings. Certain foods that we feed our worms give us different results. So now let's look at one more bin, my junk mail worm bin. All right, folks, don't freak out on me, but my junk mail worm bin will have my junk mail shredded up because I got some personal information on there. But this one worm, it doesn't have a lot of worms in it. It's just getting started, no rush. But throw some junk mail in there, which I've been doing. I will start shredding my junk mail just so you guys don't get all my information. But yeah, what are your thoughts on worm casting? Do you think they're different? You know, leave comments in the box below. I'm going to wet this down. Subscribe if you like what you're hearing from me. Give this video a like. And I want to take time out to say thank you so much for watching. And you have a great day.